Hey, what's up guys? It's Christian. Today we're going to be taking a break from the addition and we are going to be laying sod in the front yard. Alright guys, it is day one of the sod project. Today is Wednesday and we have sod ordered for Friday. Now there's a lot of stuff that needs to be done before we can install the sod, so let me show you around. Last fall I installed this curb all the way around where the yard will be. This is an 8-inch wide curb. We just formed it up with some 2x6 boards. That'll give a nice mow strip for all of the sod. Colton with stirringdirtexcavation is going to be coming up here with his skid steer to help me grade this out. So when he shows up, he'll scrape up all these weeds and then spread out all the new topsoil. That will give me the chance to get the trencher over here, and then I will trench the sprinkler lines. I had Rainbird design me a sprinkler system for this entire yard. It wasn't very expensive and it's going to make sure this system is dialed. Once I get the lines trenched, I'll be running some 1-inch PVC for all of the mains, and then I have a bunch of different kind of sprinkler heads that I'll show you later that will be installed throughout the yard. Last fall I also added water over here. You can see my hydrant there, and the main water line goes through just like that to the hydrant. This is an 1.25 inch poly line. I'm going to come through here and adapt to 1-inch PVC. There will be a stop and waste valve right here so I can winterize it, and then we will jump into this irrigation box. I'm going to have 4 irrigation valves in here, and then they're going to come out of here and branch off each direction into the yard. I'm also going to be doing an extra line through here that will be on a dripper system for some trees that'll go all the way around the outside of the curb. From the irrigation box, I'm going to run a wire to the controller. The controller is going to be mounted on the back side of this fence somewhere around here, and then I will add a waterproof receptacle underneath it and hardwire it. This is going to be a Wi-Fi controller that I can program and set up from my phone. Once all of the sprinkler lines are installed, I can go through, backfill and compact all of my trenches, get everything leveled again. Then we can run to the sod farm in my truck. We'll pick up several pallets of sod, bring them back here and get them laid Friday night. That's the plan anyways. That was a lot of talking and there's a lot of work to do, so I'll pick you guys up in a little bit. Colton just showed up with his skid steer. And it looks like the topsoil just showed up as well. So that was about perfect timing. Colton should be able to work on this tonight and finish it up tomorrow, and that'll give me time to use that trencher. It is day 2 on the sod project. Colton has been up here a few hours working on grading out the yard. We ended up having to bring in 2 more truckloads of topsoil. It ended up being a little bit more expensive than I planned, but I think it'll be worth it to have good dirt for the sod. I also went to some sprinkler stores today. I picked up all the fittings and pipe that I need to do my sprinklers. My plan is to trench all of these lines after Colton is done tonight and then lay all the sprinkler pipe tomorrow. I also picked up my boss's trailer. This is a deck over and it's rated for 22,000 pounds. So we will easily be able to haul all the sod with that. We got about 400 feet of 1-inch poly line and all of the fittings that we're gonna need for this sprinkler system. Last night after we got that first truckload down, it just wasn't nearly enough. So 2 more have been brought up here. With the dirt, you want to be about 1 to 1.5 inches below the concrete level. That'll be the best for the grass, and then there won't be any sort of a drop or a ledge. Well, Colton is finishing up grading outside. I'm gonna give you guys a quick rundown on my main water line tie-in. I have an 1.25 inch main poly line that comes from a well. So we'll take that main line and split it. We'll take one end into each of this. Then off of this T, we have a 1-inch brass threaded nipple. First thing that is going to hit is what's called a stop and waste. This will allow us to winterize the system and drain any water down in this area through a small weep hole on the backside. This is the same as a frost-free hydrant. We will be able to extend this pipe up 3 feet above the frost line and reach a tool down here to turn this valve off. After that, we have this 1-inch nipple. This is going to convert to a poly line. So from here, we will come up to about 10 inches below grade where our valve box will be, and we will hit all of our actuators. These are going to be the valves that control the different zones, and this is going to be the controller that tells which zone to turn on. We have 2 different types of sprinkler heads. One is a 3/4 inch and one is a 1/2 inch. And then we have a bunch of different nozzles to really dial these in. I got a couple different tools to help adjust these and the waterproof wire nuts. The remaining of that stuff is right here in these boxes. But I have been waiting so long to get a yard. This is like 4 years in the making, so I am super excited. I cannot wait to get this green grass and the sprinklers watering the lawn. It's Friday morning, we got sod later this afternoon. I need to jump on the trencher and trench these lines in and get the poly ran. The trenching is mostly done. I have one little spot over there that I missed. I'm gonna jump on the backhoe, and I got a little bit of an area over there I need to clean up so I can run my poly lines underneath the curb. I have all the flags set up where they need to be. There's a total of 14 sprinkler heads. It's about 9:30 in the morning right now, so I'm feeling good. I think I still got plenty of time, but we're gonna keep moving forward and see if we can't get this all done today. It's been a couple hours. I just got finished hand digging out all these trenches and getting underneath this concrete curb. Rainbird left a tip of using high pressure water to go underneath this, and it actually helped quite a bit on these last 2. My dad started digging this hole with the tractor. This is to tie into the main water. We're getting pretty close here, so we'll probably shovel the rest of it, and then we'll bring that stop and waste all the way up here to this valve box. I did a couple of these fittings. They're really simple. It's pretty much like the PEX crimp fittings, but I'll show you guys one of those a little bit more in depth in a minute. We're making a lot of progress, and Seth is on his way up here right now to help. So hopefully we can get this knocked out and get the water turned on. That way we can wet down all of this dirt because it's really dry. Then we'll spread some fertilizer and go pick up the sod and get it laid tonight. We are going to be using these 2-piece connectors that the supply house recommended. So this is going to clip over the 1-inch poly line, and then it has the 90-degree adapter that will go to the funny pipe. So we're going to try these out and see how we like them. As you place it over the pipe and tighten that second piece, it's actually going to puncture the 1-inch poly line. And it's a non-reversible connection, so it won't come loose or anything. You can hear it clicking there. And that was as simple as that. Now we have our 3/8 funny pipe. Oops. That we just need to push onto here. And that will run up into the sprinkler location and tie onto the 90-degree fitting on the bottom of the sprinkler. So on the ends of these lines, we're going to be doing a little bit different setup. We have these 1-inch poly to 3/8 funny pipe adapters. These just push into the end, and then they have a little stainless steel clamp. And then again, same story on this Rainbird head. We are just going to tie the funny pipe to this side. And the funny pipe is just press fittings. You don't have to crimp anything. So you just slide that over, put this special tool on, tighten it. And then we'll attach the funny pipe to that, bring it up to this corner, and we're good to go. We have all of our main lines ran back to the valve box. We have one extra here. This is going to be for tree drippers. I'm not going to worry about that right now. We made our own little manifold in here. We have our 5-conductor wire. This is a direct bury wire. And then we have our main line running down here. We're shutting off the well right now so we can tie into that 1¼ inch line. That is our stop and waste. We weren't able to fit the air compressor blowout in this valve box, so I'm gonna add another one right here and it'll just be for the air compressor. We have our 5-wire ran through the trench here. This is all kind of set up temporarily right now. We're running out of time. I just have some extra wire here coiled up. I'm gonna run a conduit and add an outlet to make this all permanent. But we need to hurry and get this turned on so we can check everything and start backfilling because we're already a little bit behind on picking up the sod. We got the main line tied in. We're gonna go flip the well back on and make sure that there's no leaks, and then we can turn on our stop and waste and check all this. Got the 6 pallets loaded on the trailer. This is about 16,000 pounds. It'll be the heaviest load I've pulled with my new Cummins, so we'll see how it does. That looks so good.
Just go halfway.
Okay. It is now Saturday and I spent the morning adjusting the sprinklers. I changed out some of the nozzles and the spray patterns on them. Everything is pretty good right now. I'm sure I'll have to fine tune them as we go, but I've already watered once this morning. I set up the Wi-Fi controller so it'll automatically turn on later tonight, water everything, each zone automatically. It's pretty cool. So for the next 2 weeks, I'm gonna be watering twice a day, once in the morning, once at night. But before I wrap this video up, I want to give a huge shout out to everyone that helped me, and Colton with Stirring Dirt Excavation. If you are in northern Utah or southeastern Idaho and need some dirt work done, I'm going to leave his email down in the description below, so hit him up. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you in the next one.